All right, looking to review Tuesday the 16th of September. Once again, on the previous video, we had price shooting up off of a down close candle here in the ES NASDAQ. We had it come up. So once again, I was thinking that we might hopefully come up and take out that high and come back in and fill down here. Once again, we've got a fair value gap in between those two candles as well. So what happened for the day? We did get a run up and come back down. We did get a run up, didn't fill all the way in. So as I go to the 15-minute, within that Tuesday the 16th, we did have a nice run down there. Did have an opportunity to get in on this one. We started off opening 12 a.m. Tuesday kind of shot up, comes back down. If we take a look at this more on the 5-minute here, sure that I've got the right chart up, number one. So we're on the 16th, which is Tuesday. All right, so ES and NQ pretty much in sync, which is what I typically like to see. What was tough for me on this one is this thing started to go south a little before 9:30. I usually like to wait a little bit at 9:30. Opening bell and to see if we get a fake move. Did not happen. When I was looking at the chart I would execute on, which for me is the 1 minute or even less. So what we did have right here on the ES, we did get a run up. Wasn't much of one, but what I've noticed, if at 9:30, if we get a run up and it really can't take out what I would call a noticeable high, if I'm biased south, which I still was, because I felt like we had some lows, and then if you look back here on the 15-minute, roughly some low here, and once again, new day opening gap, new week opening gap down here. This almost looked better for me. We had really relative equal looking lows coming down here. I know this one was after we opened, but relative equal lows we had. I believe this was a daily fair value gap, as well as our first presented fair value gap right here. So I was looking for it to go south. It was a little bit late to the party on this one, but at the end of the day, what threw me off a little bit is on NQ, this at before 9:30 started to head south. I had some SMT divergence here, which I should have known. ES went higher. My bias was south. NQ was kind of starting already on its way. I did not like the relative equal highs. I was thinking maybe it's going to bump that and go back down. It did not. In hindsight, what I should have done is I should have placed the trade as I saw NQ go down, either on NQ or ES or both, and given myself some buffer room since I was close, knowing that we had already cleaned up top here. I really wasn't expecting to go much up there, and I like wider stops. So hypothetically on this one, if I'm taking my short, we would have ideally been somewhere in here, relative equal highs there. I would have given this one some room. NQ, I usually try and give it 17 to 23 extra handles. So what do we got here? We are at 05. Yeah, so we're at 21. That probably would have been about right. This would have been my first target. Roughly a 1-to-1. I'm not overly concerned if I feel like it's going the right direction. I want to protect myself though. Have some room up here. Did I need to have this much? No. That would have been, for me, I don't like to hang on too long. I would have said 2 or 3 micro contracts. This would have been out number, actually, this new day opening gap from previous day would have been my out number 1. Out number 2, and probably right here on the top of the daily fair value gap would have been out number 3. ES would have given me more time because we ran up there. Would have been a little better entry for me, feeling confident that NQ had already started the process and heading down. Once again, that low, this first presented fair value gap from Monday the previous day. I probably wouldn't have thought it was going to run all the way down here, maybe here, but it would have been this number one, this number two, and let it run. And as you can see, it did go down, did not get lower on ES down here. We really played nicely off of that daily fair value gap right there. So that was a nice trade. Once again, the thing that threw me off a little bit, I was expecting us to run back up here with NQ. Looking back on it, a wider stop, I probably could have got in. Still had a nice 1-to-1. If I would have hung on to it a little bit longer, I would have got a little bit more than that. But it was set up nicely. And once again, I had a better target here on NQ than I did on ES.